Hey guys, what's up, and welcome back to Quality Shot Tennis. Today we've got the semifinal between Świątek and Coco Gauff. It is their 12th meeting. It is 10-1 for Świątek. She has won their last 3 meetings. These two play a lot, to be honest, which Świątek likes, Coco doesn't like as much. Coco got the win in Cincinnati last year for the first time in her career. It was a fantastic win, 6-4 in the third. But since then, Świątek's won in straight sets on every single occasion. Beijing, in Cancun, WTA Finals, also in Rome. It's going to be interesting to see how it looks here. They played at the French Open last year. It was 6-4, 6-2 for Świątek. And also, they played in the Roland Garros final, of course, 2 years ago, where it was 6-1, 6-3 for Świątek. So we'll see if Coco can do better this time around. But we're going to get started soon. Coco to serve first. Let me know your predictions. I'm gonna go by the same patterns. I'm gonna say Świątek in straight sets, but I think Coco makes it closer than either of the last 2 matches. I think one of the sets goes to a tiebreaker, and I believe that the sets will be closer, but I think that Świątek wins it in straights. Let me know y'all's predictions. I just want a close, exciting match. Let's go. Yeah. Always fun to watch Iga anyway. And Coco. So Rowena, go Iga. Being as competitive, but most likely Iga gonna win in straights. Yeah, the most likely scenario I would say as well. To be honest, gonna get started real soon. Here we go. All right, we are getting started up. Women's semifinal as Gauff misses the forehand wide. Here we go, guys. Semifinal Thursday for the ladies in Roland Garros. This is the moments where it matters the most on clay, and where players compete to be in that final Saturday. Grand Slam semifinals days are some of the best days in tennis. I mean, Grand Slam finals are obviously the pinnacle, but Grand Slam semis are always I always love them. Forehand, that goes long. So, love 30 for Świątek. Coco wants a good start. She wants to be showing a lot of energy, belief early on. If she plays a very flat start or a flat match, even plays flat for a little bit, Świątek will take advantage. Forehand that's in the net. We're talking about a little bit on the new Tennis 360 podcast that came out, but Gauff will want to play pretty aggressive. That would probably be a very good game plan for Coco in this matchup, although there's very little to reason with that she can do that is obvious can hurt Coco, that can hurt Iga. Coco has not that much that's obvious that can hurt Iga because they play similar games, but Iga maybe just does a lot of things better. But, you know, Coco's talented, and she did get the win last year, so we'll see. Serve coming here from Gauff. Down the tee, forehand of Świątek, forehand of Coco. The forehand of Iga, forehand of Coco. It's pretty loopy. It's forehand of Świątek. It's over it to the backhand of Gauff. That's a good backhand cross court. Backhand to backhand. It's backhand down the line from Iga. Great redirect. It's what I said the other day. You're playing a ball machine with legs. It's not fun. It's not fun at all. Sliding like crazy. And please do check out that Tennis 360 podcast, especially if you want a preview for all of the semifinal matches. That's on the video tab for Quality Shot Tennis, so you can check that out. Filmed that one yesterday. Forehand of Świątek to the backhand of Coco. Backhand of Świątek. It's a 360 forehand swing volley. It's missed from Coco. Poor game to start off there. Poor game from Gauff to start off there. 1-0. Wasn't that a hard court? Yeah, it was. So take it maybe with a little bit of salt. Hint of salt since he's a hard court. Yeah, no, it is. It is. Who do you think from Ruud and Sasha? Yeah, so Well, first of all, I didn't watch this Zverev match, so I don't have that. Or I watched parts of it, right? But I watched the highlights later on. I couldn't catch it live, but I watched the highlights later on. But I don't know. I've watched more of Rude's matches. Let's say that I watched Zverev versus Greek Sport, and I watched Zverev versus Rune. But I Rude's matches I've watched in full. Like I've watched a lot of them every time, and I don't know. I feel like Rude isn't as good as he was so far in this tournament as he was last year. Last year against Zverev, to blow him out of the water. First of all, I feel like Zverev was in a very different place. I also feel like Casper played the best match I've ever seen him play against Zverev in the semis. I still consider that the best performance I've ever seen Casper play. I think there's a lot of things Zverev can do running on confidence from winning those 2-5 setters in the third round, the fourth round, and from Rome. I think there's a lot of things Zverev can do that can hurt Rude in this matchup, and I kind of expect Zverev to get revenge, to be honest. I'm cheering on Casper. I kind of think that Zverev will take it. 15 love for Świątek in the second game. Serve from Świątek, that's in the net. Second serve. Winner of this one will take on the winner of Mira Andreeva and Jasmine Paolini, by the way, in the final. Backhand slide, backhand Coco is a good shot down the middle of the court. Świątek still staying on that ad side, seeing if Gauff goes right back to where she's at. She does not. Serve from Świątek into that's in the net. Backhand down the line, the backhand Świątek, back into Coco. Forehand of Świątek, back into Coco, cross court. The backhand Świątek down the line, forehand of Coco. The forehand of Świątek, forehand of Coco. Cross court, forehand Świątek. Slice, forehand of Coco. Backhand Świątek, backhand volley. It's wide. It's not a good start from Coco. I'm not even loving the energy I'm getting from her so far. It feels very flat. Not a lot of positive energy coming from her. Is what she needed to start off here. This might be another one. I mean, listen, if the last 2 years you lost a very one-sided match and you played well both of those matches, it's got to take a little bit out of your sails to be in that position. Forehand Coco, forehand of Iga. That goes out from Coco, 40-15. 40-15. Like I was saying earlier, the head-to-head is 10-1. 10-1. They have played 4 occasions on clay, and 3 of them have came at Roland Garros. Or no. Wait, hold up. I guess 2 of them have come at Roland Garros. Yeah, 2. Well, okay, yeah, 2 of them have come at Roland Garros. This is their 5th meeting on clay. So after this match, 3 of their 5 will have come at RG. The other 2 have come at Rome. Backhand big return from Gauff. That's what you need to do. Take balls early, be aggressive. Their first and last meetings as of this point have been at Rome. First meeting ever, 2021 May. Świątek won 7-6, 6-3. And then their last meeting this May, Świątek won 6-4, 6-3. All right, let's see if Coco can have another big return. Put herself into this game. So let another serve come near from Iga. Backhand of Coco down the line. Oh, it is another big return off the backhand. There you go. With energy as well from Coco. Deuce. Now we've gotten a little bit interesting here. What's up, Cedric? Big up Anthony, biggest center fan, smash the legs, peeps. I think Paolini will prevail more. Especially, I also think Paolini match wasn't as tiring as Andreeva. Yeah, that's fair. Andreeva, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. And Paolini will extend the match. You would expect that she'll make it at least a little bit tough. That goes out from Świątek, so interesting. Now it's advantage to Gauff from 40-15. That's a confidence boost for Coco and also a confidence detractor for Świątek if she loses this from 1-0 up. Serve from Świątek. Out wide, back into Gauff. That goes out. It's a good serve. It's a good serve. I do always love the feelings of semifinals. I mean, it feels like once we get to the semifinals, it's kind of like the final weekend, although I know it's a Thursday, but it's like the final weekend. And it feels like when things are the most serious in tennis that they've been. There's a big difference between a semifinal result and a final result. Everybody remembers who's in the final, and not everyone always remembers who made the semi. But everyone always remembers, even the finalists. I mean, that's why they give a speech at the end as well. So there's no bronze medal at Grand Slams. And if you win it, you have reached the absolute pinnacle of the sport. So it's always a big moment in that way. Forehand, down the middle, back into Gauff. That goes out. It was a chance for Coco. At least kind of showed that she has some big shots in this match, but she's still down 2-0. So you got to have a break already? Yes. Am I doing double coverage? No. David will be doing the Mira match. David's doing Mira versus Paolini. Do I have a tennis rating? Well, tennis rating like USTA rating, or like rating in terms like UTR, because UTR I don't have anything. I haven't played it. I only just started getting into that kind of playing. But I don't really play tournaments like that. I mostly just play singles league. I do Alta, like mixed doubles. I don't really have a UTR rating, if that's what you're asking about, Sean. What UTR? Yeah, I do not have a UTR. So it sounds like UTR. Yeah, I think that's what it is, but I do not have a UTR. I'd say my level is close as like 4.0 though. I'd say like 4.0 is close to what my level is at. If we're at 4.0, if we're going by that. I'm still trying to get better. It's a good smash from Coco. She gets the 30 love. This is an absolutely essential hold, not just for the set, but for this match, in my opinion, for Coco. And Świątek, forehand to Gauff. Forehand, Świątek missed it wide. 40 love. I'm love a little bit more positive energy coming from Coco's side. Important that she at least made that 1-0 game close. Showed Świątek it's not going to be just, easy goings here. First serve. It's another one missed. She's missed more than half her first serves, Gauff, but she's still with 3 game points. Backhand is tape goes over. Backhand slice of Coco. Backhand Świątek down the line is so good. So good. Oh, yeah, no. I thought it was a typo. Guesses it is. Tennis rating, right. Yeah. UTR, I think, is what was being asked about, but backhand, that goes out from Świątek. Good hold for Gauff. 2-1. But yeah, I've been able to play tennis every day for the last few days, which is good. It was supposed to be raining every single day. It was like an 80% chance of rain throughout the day and a huge thunderstorm. It didn't happen either of the last 2 days. Today is, again, a very good chance of rain, but it seems like, I don't know. It seems like the weather people are completely off like usual, so I'm going to assume that the same thing's going to happen, that I might be able to play. So, yeah, it's been good. Rating system is a bit different. It goes from 10 to 1. 10 is beginner, and 1 is basically pro level. Okay, well, I'm somewhere in between that. I don't know, maybe like a 5 or a 6. I don't know. Djokovic has himself confirmed that he's had surgery. Okay, well, hope as he said that it's gone fine. Did they say it went okay, Zero, or how'd it go? And what's up? What's up? Have you in chat? I didn't wake up that long ago. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't check Twitter or anything for any kind of tennis news. Haven't gotten any. Haven't seen anything. Serve here from Iga. Wide. That's a forehand completely shanked out from Gauff, who very much mishits it. Another serve coming here from Świątek. First serve goes out. Second serve from Iga. Backhand of Coco, the backhand of Świątek, backhand of Coco down the line. It's a really good shot. That backhand is still sweet, and that's why Iga wants to get it to the forehand as much as possible. There's no doubt. Backhand to the forehand of Coco. It's a lob that goes back on her side, 30-15. Is the mellow, sleepy Anthony? Yeah, a little bit. Not the usual hyper self. Yeah, it's an espresso for Anthony, sensing you need to pick me up. Yeah, maybe a little bit. Well, I think I'll be okay. I'm a little bit tired. But I think maybe it's that I'm usually so hyper. But 30 all. Świątek serving. Gauff again instilling herself into the return game of Świątek, this time a little bit earlier, which is good. Gauff going for revenge from 2 losses here before. Forehand down the middle, backhand of Iga, backhand of Coco, big. Backhand of Iga goes out. Some big hitting from Coco, and she, she looks solid. She looks like she's there for this match. Let's see how she can do. Let's see. Break point for Gauff. Serve Iga, that's in the net. Another serve coming. Forehand, Gauff goes for it and she missed it. It just feels like with Coco's forehand, she doesn't have as many chances to finish off points and work the points like Świątek does with hers. When it comes to being aggressive, Coco's forehand has a lot of ways to improve still. So serve here coming from Świątek. A wide forehand of Coco, the forehand of Iga, down the line, backhand of Coco. That goes out. By the way, guys, please don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for joining in to the stream. As much as I really do not fancy Djokovic, I do hope he'll at least have a chance to try for that Olympic gold. I agree. Make that tournament a lot more interesting. Is that the big secret that every players on painkillers can't walk once they're back at their hotel rooms? It might be. I mean, they're playing super physical matches. They've just played like 6 2-week Masters in a row. Now they're playing a 2-week Slam. Backhand down the line, forehand of Coco's pretty short. Backhand, Świątek. She runs back. Has the tape Coco. Świątek gets her right back to Coco. It's a forehand from Coco for a pass. Volley. Coco puts it up and she hits it away from Świątek for a passing shot. Back to deuce. Świątek should have hit that approach away from Coco, not going to lie. How tall is Gauff? That's a good question. I don't remember exactly, but I'll look it up. Maybe she's like 5'9" or 5'10". Is that anything? Let me look it up. $5'9". Gauff is 5'9". Serve coming here from Iga. The forehand of Gauff, forehand of Iga, the backhand of Coco, backhand of Iga. Down the line, forehand of Gauff, forehand of Świątek, inside out, backhand of Gauff is a lob. Oh, wow, that stays in. What a shot from Coco. You could see right away that gave her that really picked up her spirits. That was a tough shot to hit. I'll tell you what, Świątek wasn't that close to the net, so that was a pitch-perfect lob. Man, Świątek's not that tall, but that was like a kind of like lobbing a tall person because she had such a good chance at hitting that ball because she wasn't like guarding the net. So it took like complete pinpoint accuracy and precision there. First serve is in the net. Second serve coming here from Świątek. Potentially a big game here. If Gauff wins it, you feel like she's right in this. It's a forehand. It's completely missed, though. With forehands like that, it's going to be hard to see her way into this match, to be honest. But let's see if she can dial it down, then it's a different story. But forehand was completely wayward. Unforced errors already 9 for Gauff, 5 for Świątek. Back across court goes out. A couple of return errors from Gauff, especially off that forehand. It's 3-1 for Iga Świątek. The likes for Anthony might sing later. If I got 300 likes. Did I say it was a threat? Is that a threat, Cedric? It's a threat, I think. Good morning over there. Think Gauff would get inspiration from the Osaka match last week. Yeah, Chica, maybe. Maybe. We'll see if she can hit as hard as Osaka. It'd be a good thing. What's up, Joseph? What's up, Lexi? Anthony, been here since you started. I just don't want to chat because I don't want to forget my email content. Oh, well. All right, fair enough. Good to have you in here. Demon Wars, the little fan really got famous. How sweet that is. Yeah, that's a sweet story from this tournament. Yeah, that kid's adorable. Great story. Wow, Anthony covering the early stream. Normally is David, the high schooler. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I decided to go for the Coco Iga match. I haven't done as many WTA matches this week as I would have wanted, so I wanted to go with this one. I did not get as much sleep as I would have wanted, to be honest. I got a little bit, but anyway, hopefully I have enough energy for this one. It's Gauff with the serve out wide, forehand of Iga, forehand of Coco, hits the tape, and that goes out. 15-30. Too many unforced errors from Gauff. I mean, she's had some flashes of great shots as well, but I mean, it can't be the kind of thing. I mean, I like that she's kind of going for her shots, but if she's going to win the match, she needs to go for her shots, and also she needs to not have so many wayward shots. Also, she needs to make more first serves in, which was another key essential, I think, for Coco in this matchup. That's a double fault from Coco. Bit of a sluggish start from Gauff, I'm not going to lie. And it's 15-40. The American in both of Świątek's service games, but now it could be 4-1 double break for Świątek, who's converted on her only break point so far. Backhand of Świątek, back into Gauff. Cross-court the backhand of Świątek, back into Gauff. Inside out, it's very good. Very good from Coco. One more to save here. One more to save here. This is fire. Hey, thanks for joining in, Manny. You have to stream more games, bro. Yeah, I stream on here. I stream on here pretty frequently, so definitely, yeah, definitely make sure to subscribe to the channel, and anybody who has not subscribed yet. But glad that you're enjoying it. It's a break point here for Świątek serve in the backhand of Iga, backhand Gauff in the net. It's not good. I mean, the backhand should be the more reliable shot as well. I think there's a mental factor in this as well. I mean, there is a mental factor in this as well. 4-1 for Świątek up a double break. This first set seems just about over. I don't know. I don't know. Something about Gauff's energy starting off here has felt a little bit negative, or not negative, but a little bit like it's not the positive energy I expected to see, to really kind of be hyping herself up and really thinking that she, really kind of showing that she's right in this. It's come off a little bit flat, but also I'm not in her head. I have no idea what she's thinking, but her performance has not been there. 9 winners, 13 unforced errors for Gauff. Not great for Świątek either. 2 winners, 5 unforced errors, but way less errors than Gauff so far. Yeah, so is Iga, unfortunately, for Gauff at the moment. Yeah, back-to-back slam finals for Gauff, very impressive. Sorry, semifinals. Yeah, semifinals. 3 consecutive semifinals for Gauff. Sabalenka's streak of 6 consecutive semifinals ended at this tournament. We'll see how long Coco can keep it going. Just like Sabalenka on clay, Gauff, maybe a grass court might be her toughest, but she can play on grass too. I mean, she was introduced to the sport really to the highest level of the sport on grass when she beat Venus at Wimbledon. So let's see. All right, let's see how Coco can do. Świątek serve. The forehand of Gauff, that's in the net. A lot of the same things that we've seen this head-to-head from going on at the moment. And Coco not really testing Iga here that much. First serve from Świątek. The forehand of Coco, forehand of Świątek. Forehand of Coco, cross court, forehand Świątek. Going forehand, cross court. It's a backhand now to the backhand Świątek down the line. Forehand of Coco. Forehand of Świątek, forehand of Coco. Going forehand again. Forehand down the line. Gauff is there with the backhand on defense. Forehand, Świątek attacking. Gauff is there. It just feels like a crucial rally, and Gauff misses a backhand long. I mean, Iga got RG, but it just, I don't know. I mean, Coco's Coco at RG. I have high hopes for Coco at Roland Garros. I would love to see her figure out this matchup, but right now it's just killer. Świątek's so strong off both wings, so fast from back the court, and much better at playing the aggressor when these two play as well. Also because she's so stable on both sides. Backhands in the net. 40 love for Świątek coming here to get to 5-1. As the Iga. Yep. Does Iga target Coco's forehand, or is it she hitting it to both wings? She's targeting the forehand. There's no doubt about it. That's always the plan when she can. That's a serve to the backhand, though, and she missed it wide. 5-1. Definitely targeting that forehand, which is the weaker side, which is not usual, but Coco will be number 2 on Monday. Yeah, big stuff for Coco Gauff. I mean, everybody's talking about a big 3, but Coco's not just number 3; she's number 2. So good stuff from Gauff. After Australian Open semifinal, Roland Garros semifinal, U.S. Open title, Cincinnati title, Washington title, among some other things as well. Good stuff from Coco. Forehand cross court, the forehand of Gauff, backhand of Gauff. Inside out is very good. 15 love. Their levels to this game, Iga's just a different level. Yep. Coco, what are you doing? It's a good hold from Gauff. But yeah, Gauff has not played a set closer than 6-4. We'll see if she can. Muted, no sound. Okay, my bad, guys. You're on mute. Thanks for that. Yep. Hopefully sound's coming through. Coco's hitting the crap out of the ball. I mean, she's going for it. We knew she needed to. Is she going to be able to pull it off in this match? I don't know. But even if she doesn't, then it's a good thing for her moving forward. Maybe for future matchups. I mean, you know, maybe even if she can't do it now, maybe she'll be able to do it down the road. But it does feel like she's still pretty far away from Świątek at the moment. I will mention the U.S. Open final where Gauff lost the first set to Sabalenka, and it wasn't that close. I mean, it was close. I mean, Gauff fought well, but it wasn't like a tiebreaker or anything. I don't remember the exact score, but 6-2. 6-2 was the scoreline in that Gauff Sabalenka first set, and then Gauff managed to fight back and start playing way better in the second and third sets. Not saying I expect the same thing to happen, but Just what this kind of reminded me for a second. If Gauff will have a chance here. But it is Iga serving for the set, and she has the momentum. This to win her 7th consecutive set against Coco. You know, it's actually kind of crazy. Not only was Cincinnati the only time that Coco has won a match against Iga, it's the only time she's won a set against Iga, and that's true. Only time she won, I didn't even realize it was quite that bad, but the only time that Coco's won a set against Iga, and she won 2 of them, obviously, to win the match. So that's why that match felt like so just out of the blue and completely like an outlier to everything else in their matchup so far. The fact that Coco could win that match. It's a very, very, very tough matchup for Coco Gauff. Backhand down the line, forehand chip of Świątek. Forehand cross court, forehand of Świątek. It's a lob way up high. That goes long. It's a 15-all. Coco would have much rather have been on the other side to play Mira Andreeva or Paulini or really anybody else on tour. But it is what it is. Backhand of Gauff to the forehand of Świątek. Side out, backhand of Gauff. Backhand Świątek, forehand Gauff. That goes out. 30-15. It's already your 17th unforced error of the match, Coco. And the backhand errors are a little bit more worrisome than the forehand ones. So that means that she's kind of pushing and not really, playing over her head, Forehand goes out from Coco, so we're already 2 set points away from a 6-2 first set. Serve from Iga. Down the tee, that goes out. So second serve coming here from Świątek. Forehand of Gauff, that's in the net. 6-2 first set for Iga Świątek. We'll see if Gauff can make it any closer in the second set. Świątek definitely can't take her foot off the gas, but when have we ever seen her take her foot off the gas, really? It's not that often anyway, especially at Roland Garros. So, anyway, 37 minutes first set to Iga Świątek, 6-2. She's number 2 even if she loses here. Yes, so pretty exciting for Gauff. Her career high. Casper and Z are playing today, or Alki and Sinner? No, today's just the women's semis, and then tomorrow is going to be the men's semis. They've divided it for 2 days. So, hey, good morning, Maynor. Only one problem, Anthony, with that U.S. Open final, no American crowd. Yeah, true. And that was a huge factor. Yeah, you're right. Last day in NYC, finally. Ooh. How was the trip? Why finally? I love NYC. I'm tired of hearing English. Fair enough. That's my boy. Fair as well. Yeah, I'm having a New York trip for the U.S. Open. I'm excited for that. Yazda Iga. Yep. Feels like a snooze. Yeah, it does. This has been a snooze so far, but we'll see if Coco can do better in the second set. Does this resemble any matchup in the ATP near the top of the game? Tsitsipas Alcaraz comes to mind, and that one's pretty similar. I would say Tsitsipas Alcaraz is pretty reminiscent of it. Because Tsitsipas is also one of the top players, but he just has. I mean, there's so many ways that Alcaraz can hurt him, and there just aren't a whole lot of ways that Tsitsipas can hurt Alcaraz at all. And it just feels like that's a bad matchup, for sure. So I'd say that one. Also, at this point, there seems like there's some kind of mental thing between Tsitsipas and Alcaraz as well. So, too expensive and smells of weed. Very crowded as well. I've heard the crowded thing. Only smell weed in Copenhagen. One of my brothers believes as taking as medication, but I don't believe him. I've heard that before. Medication, my ass. Yeah, I don't know. Don't have a strong opinion. Need to look more into it. Gauff needs to make her feel the pressure of the moment. Otherwise, her opponent could potentially run away with this, and that's how Gauff did in New York. Yeah, true. Absolutely. I mean, she really, yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, it was kind of suffocating in that US Open final, the level that Gauff suddenly just brought out. I mean, she fought well in that first set too, just running down every ball, but Sabalenka just a little bit too good for her throughout that set. And then, yeah, starting from second and third set, I mean, it was just a stunning, phenomenal level from Gauff. So, I mean, it wasn't the highest level actually from either, but it was, I'll say this, for Sabalenka's level, which I didn't think was that high, as high as she would have wanted, Gauff stepped it up a lot compared to where she was in the first set, and that was a big difference from where Sabalenka's level is up. Sabalenka was like here, and Gauff was like here, and then Gauff went to here, and Sabalenka was still kind of down low. So Gauff's difference in level was much higher from that position onwards. Gauff here serving at 15 all. Gauff back into Świątek. Four into Coco, four into Świątek. Four into Coco. Świątek runs. She can't get there. That's a good drop shot from Coco, mixing it up as well. Hoping for a closer set from Coco. Hoping for it. Come on, Coco. Some energy would be nice as well. And the crowd wants to get into it. You could tell right after that. By the way, 14 winners, Coco, 2 winners for Świątek is what they just showed, which is almost kind of unbelievable. It's just the fact that she has hit way more errors as well. And, I mean, the way she's played so far, I heard it kind of makes sense. And the way that, I don't know, kind of makes sense for their styles. But their styles here, I mean, Coco's been absolutely crushing it whenever she has any opportunity. 30 all. Can't afford to go down to break early. First serve is well long. Backhand of Świątek. That's a backhand winner from Coco Gauff. That's the 40-30. Great shot there. Very good shot there. I agree it's not a great match, but I don't care as an Iga fan. Fair enough. I mean, yeah, if I'm watching my favorite, I'm not particularly rooting for a close match. Not usually. It's in the net, so back to deuce. Or to deuce we go. Had to be this way because Gauff has to play different from a natural game and hit big, which will cause a lot of unforced errors. I agree. It's yeah. I mean, Gauff has some big shots that she can hit. I guess you could say naturally, but naturally to go for winner after winner and to hit big off of every four, that's just not the way she usually plays. So, I mean, I think she might be able to get there, but right now it's just a little bit outside of her, very much outside of her comfort zone. I'd say more than anything. And yeah, it's not the way she loves to play. There's no doubt. First serve again goes long. I'd like to see the first serve percentage for Gauff, but it's not been very high. First serve percentage is one of the best stats in terms of a person being able to dictate play. Backhand of Iga, the forehand of Gauff, that's in the net. First serves in. Here's the stat: 55%. And she's won 5 for 14 on second serve. So she needs to make more first serves in, Gauff. First serve goes long. Backhand of Świątek, that goes out. Game point for Coco, an absolutely essential one. It's absolutely an essential game to start off here for Gauff. Let's see if what she can do. Forehand of Iga at the backhand of Coco. Forehand of Iga in the net cross court. She's in the net 1-0 for Gauff. Better start. Better start. Let's see if the next set is as good as the Osaka match. Yeah, well, I hope so, but I mean, let's see. Yeah. I don't even need to be as good as the Osaka. I just want Coco to be competitive here. First set didn't feel particularly competitive, to be honest. Serve coming here from Iga. Down the T, goes out. Forehand of Coco. Down that line, and that's a good shot as Iga misses it. It's a better forehand around the line. I mean, she didn't even hit it hard, but she made it a tough shot, which might be the best play for Coco if she could do that. Which is just to kind of put Iga in difficult positions on the court, although we know how Iga is on defense to offense. But I don't know. I don't know if Coco's going to be able to hit these kind of slap forehand winners the way she's been doing. So let's see. Serve from Iga and the forehand of Coco, forehand of Iga. That's a good shot cross court. 15 all. By the way, we forget how young both these players are, but Iga just turned, 23? And Gauff is like 20, 21? Yeah, Gauff is 20. Definitely I guess you could say next-gen battle. Definitely this generation, though. I mean, they are the top of the game. Quite literally. On Monday, they will be the world number 1 and 2. And hopefully we see them around for a long time. I don't know if, unless Coco really changes something in this head-to-head, we'll want to play Iga that many more times. But, oh, man. Iga with the very not solid forehand, just completely up for the kill for Coco's forehand, and Coco just completely misses it long. And it just feels like Coco doesn't have the forehand to finish off the points. And at times in the first set, it even felt like the backhand on some fairly neutral shots is missing long. So it's been not much of anything to be excited by in this match so far. Forehand, that's in the net. Unless you are an Iga fan, where Iga is currently cruising through. Could be Świątek in her 4th final at Roland Garros. 5th Grand Slam final overall. She has won all of her Grand Slam finals to this point. She could, if she gets through, she could take on Mira Andreeva or Jasmine Paolini. Andreeva Świątek would be crazy because I expect that to be. I'll just say this: if that is a Grand Slam final we get, I don't expect that to be the last Grand Slam final they play. In my mind, I don't think of it that way. Just to show where I'm at. Backhand slice of Gauff, that's in the net. Another error from Gauff. Now clearly showing frustration at her box. 1-1. Doesn't feel like Coco's best level showed up today, really. Crowded, I agree. Like, the parks are always full. Like, don't you guys have work? Yeah. Yeah. Let's see if the next set is as good as those. Talking about enjoyed the matches yesterday, even if Twin Reba lost. Yeah, I mean, I saw somebody said that it was like the Cilic Nishikori situation where everybody thought it was going to be Federer Djokovic final, which I remember well. And then Nishikori beat Novak, and then Cilic straight setted Roger. After Roger played a long match against Monfils in the quarters, where Monfils was up a couple match points. Cilic took out Federer playing ridiculously well. And yeah, I absolutely that kind of a situation with Andreeva and Paolini taking out Sabalenka and Rybakina, who everybody thought was going to get through. I mean, they were the Australian Open final last year. They're two of the best players in the world. Drop shot on the net from Coco. This is the chance for Iga to strike and really assert herself as the front runner in this match. Big time. Even the second set. That's a better serve from Coco, though. She needs more first serves. There's no doubt about that. I mean, even if she can't really convert on Iga's serve, she needs to be holding her own serve. She needs to be making more big first serves. Felt like the first one in a long time. And that's another one. It looks like, or not. I guess it's called out. Another serve come near from Coco. Backhand, the forehand of Gauff, forehand of Świątek, the forehand of Gauff. Forehand of Świątek, back into Gauff. They come on from Iga. That goes out. Yesterday's matches were intriguing to say the least. Yeah. Two good 3-set matches, absolutely. And Andreeva Sabalenka was very compelling. As was the other as well. Andreeva might not show a new way to challenge Iga. I'm not sure what it is yet. Yeah, maybe. I mean, down the road especially, she might be able to, but we'll see. Andreeva, like Iga, she seems to have a pretty complete game, and down the road, she'll definitely keep improving upon that as well. So, anybody who has that versatile a skill set, I mean, I think, whether it's down the road or whether it's right now, can present many different possible ways of playing a player, and that's a dangerous thing. It will be exciting though when somebody finally figures out a way to play Świątek in a way that's really dangerous. But I guess it's like the big hitting thing, right? When you hit very big, that's the way that's what can hurt Świątek the most at the moment. Rybakina, Osaka, the other day, Ostapenko. Good forehand winner from Gauff, so she gets to 2-1. Think Gauff will make this competitive. No reason she can't. All right, let's see. I hope you're right, honestly. What hitting from Iga, man? Feels like we've seen this. I've seen this before. I agree, Joseph. I agree, Joseph. It's very, 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 very similar to almost every other match they've played. Although Gauff has gotten better a little in a lot of departments, but Iga at Roland Garros is Iga at Roland Garros. Average service game duration, by the way. That's kind of interesting. Świątek regular for the tournament 3 minutes 28 seconds. For today 4 minutes 11 seconds, which is longer. Gauff taking a shorter amount of time on her own service games, which is actually it doesn't really. That's not a good thing because she's gotten broken a few times. So the fact that her average service game is like 2.5 minutes or whatever they show, that means also that in around that period of time, that's the amount of time it's taken Iga to break Coco as well. So I don't know that that's necessarily that great of a thing, but. All right, we got 2-1 here, Coco leading. Crowd making a lot of noise. It's a full crowd. What I was saying earlier, it's a big moment always in semifinals. See which player etches their name into the history of this tournament, reaches the final. That's always remembered, the finalists. Or who loses in the semis. Still have won 5 matches, but it's a big difference playing for at least a chance to play for the trophy, to be 1 match away. That's always a big thing. Semifinals last year were crazy here. Absolutely crazy. Service called out. The late call said that's actually in. Crowd booing. Coco complaining here about something. Is the umpire not even going to come down to check? Wow, they give the point to Iga. That's unbelievable. That is ridiculous. What? There's no way they can give that point to Iga. Call clearly affected Coco's shot there. Unbelievable. I mean, come on. This is ridiculous. Yeah, Coco is absolutely in the right. I don't even have to see a replay. She is absolutely in the right. That is a crazy mistake for this umpire to make. I've seen her make a few before, but this is absolutely ridiculous. Coco is absolutely 100% in the right here. Gauff is 100% in the right here. That is absolutely ridiculous. Gauff should be complaining to the ump because that is absolutely obscene. What a call there in that situation on love 15. I mean, come on. She's had calls like that against her before, and it's crazy every time. And anyway, I don't know. That was I love 15. Clearly that call affected her shot. It wasn't even close. Oh man. That annoyed me. Serve from Iga. Backhand, the forehand of Iga. That goes out. 15-30. Now I kind of hope that Coco can do something in this game because that call, at least now she got to a similarly winning position again in this game. I mean, maybe it can kind of fuel her up or something. I don't know, but ridiculous call. Forehand of Iga. Also, I don't know. Backhand cross court that goes out. If I was Iga as well, I would have allowed to replay the point. To be honest, but it's 30 all though. But I mean, the players just play, and they don't. You just take the judgments as they are, really, for the most part. But anyway, regardless of what Iga could have done or not could have done, that's not the most important part. The umpire, that was a crazy decision. And now it's 30-40. Gauff with a break point here. Gauff with a break point to try to go up 3-1. Gauff 0 for 2 on break points won so far. Let's see what Gauff can do on this next one. Serve. Down the tee, forehand. Forehand of Iga, forehand of Gauff. Defending. Forehand swing volley. That's too good. Gauff was a little bit too passive there. A little bit too passive there. Now 0 for 3 on the break points today. First serve's out from Iga. Second serve. Forehand, the backhand of Iga, backhand of Coco. Forehand of Iga, forehand of Coco. Down the line, back into Viga. It's too good. Coco just a bit too passive at the back of the court there. Too passive. Yeah, but even Nadal can lose here. Yeah, that's true. Do you think Coco can take Iga to the third? Oh, I absolutely think she can. I just kind of think Iga will pull it out in straights, but I could definitely imagine it. I'm not discounting the option of it. I did say that I think one of the sets will be very, very close, maybe even a tiebreaker. Before the match started, and I think Gauff could do it, but I do back Iga in straights, to be honest. We're nearing on 6 minutes in this game. Forehand down the line, back into Viga, cross court the back end of Coco, back into Viga. That goes out. Another break point for Gauff. Another break point for Coco Gauff. No one can beat Rafa in his prime. He's losing because he's old. I mean, I guess there's an argument to be made for that. I thought 2021 he was still playing quite well, although people will say he was injured, especially towards the end of that match. But he was playing quite well in 2021. But in terms of his prime, which I agree is like the 2000s, 2010, like 2005, 2014. Yeah, I lost once to Soderling. And people make a comment about him being injured there too, which is fine. But I think that was like a loss in his prime. I would be fine with saying that's a loss in his prime, but you barely, that was like the only one, pretty much. Forehand, slice the forehand of Coco. Oh, backhand goes out. Coco Gauff gets the break after a wrong call against her, which was kind of ridiculous, to be honest, early in that game. Coco Gauff finds a way through anyway. She's at 3-1. Some good hitting and a forehand to do it as well, which is great. Got to get up. Hour played exactly. 40 minutes in the first set, 20 minutes in the second set as we get to 3-1. Here we go. Now we got a match. Here we go. I'm going to lose my head if Novak retires out of Rafa. That'd be insane, right? Garbage. Yeah, that call was absolute garbage. That would have been insane if it was the final. Yeah, I thought it was insane anyway. I was happy Coco got the game because that was not a, that call against her was crazy. Coco's right, but I hope this point is not the narrative in the match because people always find a way to discredit Iga. Well, it won't end up being so because, I mean, Coco Coco getting it done. Even if she breaks Iga will break back right away. I'm not as sure. Let's see. But we'll see. Forehand right on the baseline, or right in front of the baseline. Forehand cross court. Forehand of Iga. Backhand of Coco. It's in the net. I mean, let's see. Maybe you're spot on. Let's see. Isn't school over in America? Why would I have to go to school today? Yeah, it should be by now. It's June. Why do you have to go to school? All right, it is love 15 here. Coco at the line to serve. Hour and 2 minutes played. First serve in the net. Second serve. Coco really needs some positive energy to carry on this momentum. Get the crowd involved. I mean, this is a good opportunity for her. She can't let it fade away. Backhand inside out is great. Forehand, it's a drop shot. Love it. Backhand. Coco, swing volley. Coco's there. Pass. She missed it, I think. Love 30. I mean, I kind of like the play with the drop shot, though. If you can't finish off the point with a big forehand, at least go for the drop shot. But I didn't like the shot right after. She didn't have to take it out of the air, and then the other one she didn't have to hit it as hard as she can. It's a bit of a sign of nerves when you're kind of off with your shot decisions in that to that extent. And I've a much smaller level. I've been there where you're just like you got a big serve and you absolutely attack it, and then you get a short serve and you just like barely just like kind of tap it in, and you're just like something about your shot decisions aren't quite there. It's a sign of nerves more than anything else, and lack of confidence in your shots to finish off your opponent, and to that your regular what you should be doing in your regular game is good enough. I think. Yeah, I think that translates even to the highest level in a certain way. But it is 15-30 as she hits a great backhand winner. Definitely finish off the points on her backhand. 30 all. Can't overstate how big the next couple points are for Gauff in the second set. Gauff trying to win the third set of her career against Iga, her first set against Iga on clay. In 3 meetings at Roland Garros. And it's 30 all. First serve in the net from the American. Second serve. Let's go, Coco. Doing well. Forehand of, I mean, come on. Iga, I kind of forgot who's on the court, and then Iga Świątek steps up with a forehand like that off the return of serve. And you're just like, okay, yep. Be able to, it wasn't even a bad serve, but to be able to just pummel it like that is just completely disheartening. Break point for the Polish number 1. First serve in the net. This is world number 1 taking on world number 2 after this, after when Monday comes around. Backhand down the line, forehand of Świątek, forehand of Coco. It's the tape goes out as well. 3-2. Świątek breaks right back. Well, Lexi, you're spot on. Oh, Coco, yep. Dios mío. Oh, Coco, oh, Coco. Three two. 3-2. This they're showing the umpire cam, which is the camera that they're putting on the umpire, where it's like a GoPro, where they can you can see from the perspective of the umpire, and they're just showing the Coco fight. It looks ridiculous every time. That camera is absolutely hilarious. At first, I thought it was kind of stupid when they were doing it for the line calls. I was like, this isn't helping anybody. But now, whenever they've shown the player like arguments, where Coco is absolutely in the right there, but when they're showing the player arguments, it's absolutely freaking hilarious every time. It's got to be the funniest thing that's ever happened to tennis. They've got to stay around. It's got to stay around. I need to see one for Medvedev when Medvedev starts complaining to the umpire, because that sounds hilarious. Medvedev's arguments with the umpires are always the funniest. Serve from Świątek coming here at 2-3. Świątek serve or Gauff serve has been way too breakable in this match so far. Forehand baked, forehand of Iga. It's short. Forehand of Gauff. I do feel like Iga's level has dropped. I feel like Iga's level has dropped. A lot of her balls are falling a bit shorter, and I don't know. I feel like that was great forehand hitting from Coco. She kind of beat the Iga forehand there, which was very good. Love 15. What a camera shot there, seeing Iga serving from up above. Her shadow on the court. 15 all. That's it, guys. Please don't forget to like and sub. What's up, Faison? It's Faison in the chat. Coco will have nightmares thinking of that serve. Yeah, true. True that. I mean, this is just it's a tough matchup. Coco's doing better in the second set, though. I think the crowd is a little bit behind Coco. I mean, I guess the crowd is always going to be behind an underdog, but her serve is a let. Forehand of Coco down the line, backhand of Iga, backhand of Coco, forehand of Świątek. It's too good. Gauff was got a little bit stuck in that ad side. I mean, Coco's got to be just as quick getting to the middle center of the court as Iga is. Who's got to be the best, got to have the best footwork in the women's game. Coco's still hitting more winners than Świątek, so that's something. But I don't know. Świątek too solid. Backhand cross court, the backhand of Iga down the line, forehand of Coco. That goes out cross court, so 40-15. That last game reminds me of Aliens 2 when the guy said that's game over, man. Said that a lot during the fan over. It's game over, man. It's game over. What are we going to do now? Dude, that's one of the best improvised lines ever. I love that it was just from an extra or whatever. That's what I like about that line. Well, first of all, it's iconic. And second of all, and it's genius. But also, it's from an extra. It's not like it's from like the main actor of the movie. It's not like from Sigourney Weaver or whatever. So yeah, I always love that scene. Forehand Coco, the forehand of Iga, backhand of Coco. The backhand of Iga, down the line, forehand of Coco for a pass is very good. 40-30. Playing better now, Coco. There's no two ways about it. Playing way better. Let's go, Coco. That's it, Josh. That's it. We want to see it close. We want to see Coco doing something here. Serve the backhand of Gauff, forehand of Świątek, the forehand of Gauff. That's in the net. Gauff playing better, but I don't know if she's playing better on the serve. And if she can't break Świątek, I mean, she did earlier in the set, but I mean, she might get broken herself. I mean, this is just 6 for 20 on second serve is not going to do it when she has this kind of a number. She's also 1 for 4 on breakpoint save. So Gauff, danger moment here on serve, despite her playing better in every other regard. Needs to find a better rhythm on serve here. Just a very kind of weak slice serve, just very high percentage in. Backhand down the line, across court, and Gauff misses the backhand. Love 15. I don't know why Gauff went for that serve. Maybe just to get into the rhythm of making first serves in more, or I don't know what, but if it's the serve she meant to hit, it definitely was a pretty easy serve to return for Świątek. That's another first serve out. Love 15. This is a danger moment for Coco to go down this match yet again. That's a double fault. Love 30. Iga trying to get to her 5th Grand Slam final, which is ridiculous because she just turned 23. And her 4th Roland Garros final, which is crazy. She is 4-0 in Grand Slam finals. And she will like her chances against the winner of the other semifinal. Will be happening right after this one. It's another shot out from Coco. Love 40. This has gotten away from Coco pretty quickly, and it looks very similar to a lot of the other matches that they've played. Some highs from Coco, but way more lows, to be honest, in the match so far. And Świątek just right down the center of highs and lows, just so solid all the time. So consistent, so solid. Forehand cross court, the forehand of Coco. Forehand Iga, down the line, back into Coco. Forehand of Iga, attacks across court. Coco's there at the lob. Smash, Świątek put away. 4-3. Świątek 2 games away from winning this. Not the contest that we would have hoped for, but it's not. It's disappointing. Was it? surprising but not disappointing. Oh, disappointed but not surprised. Yeah, that's kind of what this is at the moment, a little bit. 4-3. Thanks for keeping me awake. No problem, Joseph. Ark. Yep. She has the same problem, Sabalenka. Had yesterday of Gauff. Hopefully she can figure it out. Yeah, well, let's see. Well, Sabalenka was also injured. I don't know if Gauff is injured, but oh no, yep. Yeah, Zaiga. It's not a good matchup for Coco, is it? She's gonna go down what, 11-1? That's such a crazy head for two players that are gonna be world number 1 and 2. World number 1 and 2 come next Monday. Or in a few days' time, really. So 10-1. It's gonna be 11-1 if Gauff can't break at the end here. It's not the exact same thing, but Navratilova versus Chris Evert. Chris Evert, highest win percentage ever in women's tennis, or not ever, but in the Open era in women's tennis. Over 90% of her matches won, and yet she lost 13 consecutive matches to Martina Navratilova at their best, which is one of the reasons why I kind of think Martina is the GOAT. Is that her competition was so dang ridiculous, and that she still was able to dominate the way she did. But Martina won 13 straight matches versus Evert, which is just crazy. Backing down the lines, very good. Iga gets it, I think. It's a ridiculous lob. Defensive, but a better smash from Coco. Off the bounce. Well, 15. That was brilliant timing from Coco. That was not an easy overhead at all. Most people would have taken that overhead when it was higher. Coco waited way low when it was a little bit more dangerous, but she had the kind of skill to just hit a perfect smash right over the net. Love 15. Forehand of Coco. Iga gets it with the backhand. Forehand of Coco. Backhand Iga defending. Backhand, she comes to net. Forehand pass Iga. Iga is just ridiculous. Crazy that Iga even got that Coco return back in play. It just feels like Iga is just ahead of the curve. It just feels like she has every shot at every moment and is just a step ahead of everybody. It's wild. Sometimes it just feels like it's like a chess engine, like the best chess engine playing against the best pros in the world in chess. It's like, just feels like maybe she's just like a step ahead of everybody somehow. It's wild. Some of the things she's doing, it just you didn't even think are possible or you haven't seen before. It's kind of what it feels like. It's like this is Stockfish playing against Carlson or whatever, or AlphaGo playing against Kasparov or whatever. Serve here from Świątek at 30-15. First serve in the net. What a game from Iga. What hitting. Gosh, she's doing well. She's doing well, Iga. Serve from Iga at the back end of Coco. Down the line. Forehand of Iga. Forehand of Coco down the line. Back end of Iga. Back end swing. It's terrible. Very, very, very poor from Coco off the volley. This has not been a good match from Gauff, honestly. Smash likes for Anthony staying awake to entertain us. Yeah, thanks, Cedric. Please don't forget to like. And yeah, I'm trying to stay awake. Um, I'm excited to call as well. Agree with you, Anthony Martina, definitely the GOAT. I fully agree on foot. I've kind of thought so for a while. Thanks for joining in as well on foot. A defense from Iga, yeah. I think Steffi grabs the GOAT most weeks at number one on the women's side. Yeah, I mean, it's just in terms, yeah. I mean, she could be. She has a great argument for it. It's just Martina, in terms of the stats she put up, in terms of rivals, I mean, she's got everything there that I just think it's really hard to make an argument against her. Serena, right up there as well. Graf up there. Also, Chris Everett is up there. Celis is always an asterisk there. Who else? I'm forgetting somebody big. I mean, back in the day, you can name players like Suzanne Lingland, who are just impossible to compare to. Forgetting somebody, I think. Somebody big in women's tennis history, but can't pinpoint who. 6-2, 5-3. Similar situation to a few of their matches before. And Coco also has been pretty poor on her own serve and has only made life difficult for herself. First serve goes long. Second serve. Backhand of Świątek, the backhand of Coco, backhand Świątek, backhand of Coco, forehand of Świątek, backhand of Coco, side out forehand Świątek, going forehand. In the net, 15 love for Gauff. At least make Świątek have to serve it out. It was 6-4, 6-2 last year. It could be reverse scoreline this year, or Coco could do something at the end. First serves in, by the way, in this set, 52%. It was not that much better in the first set either. So, first serve in the net, second serve coming. Let. Monica Seles was also badass. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Seles, I think, is like Seles. Well, yeah, Seles is amazing. She had an incredible career, and her career was basically ended as a teenager at 20, 21. Like she could have very likely ended up being the GOAT, Seles. So I always like to mention Seles when I name whoever is in my, like, your opinion, the GOAT. I just feel like Seles is just such a worthy mention. Casellas maybe the GOAT also. So I don't know. Just such a big asterisk for Celis. Serve from Gauff. Out wide. I mean, ridiculous return. Right on top of it, Świątek. I mean, there's no play. I mean, she is just such a ridiculous returner, Świątek. It's very Djokovic-esque. And it's almost even like just crazier. Like her return is just phenomenal. It's so much leagues ahead of everybody else in the women's game, her returner serve. I mean, Sabalenka's a great returner serve as well, and there are quite a few. Ostapenko on her day has a great return serve, but Świątek consistently is just absolutely ruthless returning serve. And it shows in her return points won. Like last year, I think her return points won where maybe it was maybe in positive, like she was maybe like over 50%, or maybe like right below, but forehand of Iga, forehand of Coco, forehand of Iga, backhand Gauff, forehand of Świątek, forehand of Gauff, cross court, forehand of Świątek, forehand of Gauff. It goes out 40-30 at this point. Coco far from being the British product, still plenty of time though. I fully agree on foot. I fully agree. I was saying that in my last stream as well that I did for the channels that people give her hate for really very little reason. I mean, she's three consecutive semis. She is improving. It's pretty clear. It was clear at the end of last year. She's got loads of time. Loads of time. I mean, she just turned 20. And she seems very surface versatile. She's got a lot of things going for her. She's got a great game. There are improvements to be made. There's no doubt. That forehand is a big one. But listen, she's doing great for where she's at. So, but this match, she definitely will be left disappointed. 2 points away from the victory. Świątek now at deuce. The kids play next. Maybe that's more exciting. Yeah. Well, well, Paolini is 28, but Andreeva, yeah. But I remember your comment yesterday, Lexi, saying Paolini thought she looks like 12. But yeah. Anyway, that'll be a good one. And yeah, Andreeva, the youngest semifinalist since Hingis, which is historic, and that should be a good one. Very Paolini Kalinskaya-esque from Dubai. Matchup we saw earlier in the year. Forehand, that's in the net from Coco. It's a match point for Świątek, and once again, it just doesn't feel like Coco had a lot for her. Even in this, I felt like this was an especially subpar performance from Coco, to be honest. Her energy fell a little bit flat, and still many unforced errors. And it's just not, I mean, not making a whole lot of first serves in. It's just not been a great performance. Świątek doing Świątek things on her side, and it is a match point for Świątek to reach her 5th Grand Slam final. Gauff first serves the let. Serve from Coco. Stay in the match. Forehand of Świątek, forehand of Coco. Down the middle, backhand Świątek. So loopy ball up high, forehand cross court, forehand of Coco, forehand of Iga. Forehand of Gauff, inside out is very good. Tennis match is not over until the tennis match is over, and you better know that. But Świątek again, 2 points away. Coco saves a match point. Great forehand hitting from Coco. Back to deuce. Świątek complained to the ump about something. About the crowd, maybe. Świątek asking for the crowd to. Świątek asking, I think, for the crowd, for the umpire to tell the crowd to be quiet, or at least maybe people at the top of the crowd or something. It's always said in French, so I just have no idea. Serve is a let again. Serve down the tees. Very good from Coco. Advantage to Coco Gauff. Still fighting at the end. Still fighting at the end here. That's it. That's it. To come back from a stabbing on court was impossible mentally. Big up to people struggling. Mental health. Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, that situation is just horrific. That's why I still feel like we should have security up on the courts, because I just feel like, yeah, after that, we just need to have the maximum possible security always for the players. Hopefully we don't get another situation like that one. And it's deuce here, almost 8 minutes played to this point. Everything kind of hangs in the balance in this game. I do like the energy from Coco at the end here. I mean, she still very much wants to win this game and stay in it. She hasn't given up at all. It's a splendid backhand inside out return. That's to advantage. Any news on Novak surgery? I haven't heard anything. Lexi. Coco being number 2 is a reflection of the women's game. I don't know. I don't think so. I think Coco is a great player. I mean, she just won the U.S. Open against Sabalenka, playing absolutely fantastic. I don't think it's an indication. She played a fantastic match against Sabalenka at the Australian Open semis. And now she's playing some great clay court tennis. I mean, she's just not played a great match. Świątek is just next level, and Świątek's up 10-1. That's head. It doesn't. The Gauff is trying different things, and it's not working. But that's just what it is. So that's tennis. But if it was working, then we could have a performance like Gauff did against Sabalenka at the U.S. Open, or like tennis isn't that easy to put into like a vacuum where it's like, oh, this player played bad today. She's bad. She's never going to beat this player. This person's never going to beat this player. Like if you saw Coco play Iga in Cincinnati, you would have thought different. So Coco is a very deserving world number 2. Backhand cross court in the net. Although maybe surprising she got here this fast. I wouldn't mind somebody saying that, especially with the players at the top like Rybak and Sabalenka. But it's great for her. It's a great moment for her. And I always thought she was going to get to this point. I still think she could get us to a spot higher than this, but we'll see down the road. She already has in doubles, gone to world number 1, but at least world number 2. But Świątek with the match point. Scott misses forehand in the net. It's been a great performance from Świątek. Just done what you need to do. Don't even feel like she's been tested to her absolute limit, but she's played well. Forehand to the forehand of Coco, cross court, forehand of Iga. That goes out again. They're going to come on from Coco, really trying to fight in this game. Gets the deuce. Deuce number 5. Over 10 minutes game. Longest game of the match comes as... Well, we'll see. We'll see if it's the last game. I was going to say comes the last game, but we'll see. Serve from Coco. Out wide. Forehand of Iga. Goes out. Coco fighting at the end. I will say something in the... I don't know. When she was down match point, just the look she had in her eyes, she was like, I need to keep fighting here. And Coco always fights. She's at advantage here at 3-5. Still fighting like crazy. See what she can do to get to 5-4. First serve goes long. Second serve, forehand of Iga, forehand of Coco. Cross court, forehand of Iga is a slice. Backhand Coco cross court. She saves a few match points and gets through a 10.5-minute game. Coco at least gets the 5-4. Some good, a good moment for her at the end of this one, even if she can't break Iga in the next game. A good moment for her at the end. It has been all Iga in this one, though. Let's see if Iga can serve it out. Women's game is in a great shape, dude. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Especially with Mira now coming up, Osaka having the performance she had earlier in this tournament. And then you have Rybakina, Sabalenka, Świątek, and Coco. And another player like Pegula, who was doing well last year, and Jabeur. And it's like, women's tennis is absolutely fantastic. I was saying on stream the other day, that I'll be honest, I follow men's tennis, I think, a little bit more than women's tennis generally, although I love watching both and following both a lot, which is clear if you watch me do my the podcast for Tennis 360. I love watching both a lot, but I will say at the moment, as a big fan of both, at the moment, WTA is winning in a tennis match against the ATP. At the moment, WTA is winning a tennis match against ATP. I mean, WTA is in great shape at the moment. Partially to do, I mean, ATP is doing quite well too, but it's kind of a little bit in an awkward spot, a little bit. At this moment in time, especially this clay court swing has been a little bit weird. WTA is doing fantastic. I mean, Świątek, Sabalenka in Madrid, Osaka, Świątek, and all the rivalries you have at the top. Now Mira coming through, she's going to be a problem for who knows how long. I mean, WTA is in a great spot, so there's nothing you can say for that. Pauli is still in school. It's ridiculous. Pauli and Andre, yep. Great shape. With all these lopsided scores. What was it lopsided yesterday when we had 2 3-setters? No. I don't think 3 sets is lopsided. I don't think 2 3-setters in one day is lopsided. And they weren't the favorites who won either in those, so. Serve here from Świątek. Backhand to Coco. Forehand to Świątek. Down the line. That goes out. 15 all. I remember that final is Verova. Yeah, I think it was 32 minutes, actually. 32 minutes. Absolutely ridiculous. But Świątek's kind of done that herself in Rome, where she beat Pliskova, losing like 11 points or something crazy. I mean, Pliskova was completely exhausted, but still. We're on cross court. That goes out. 30-15. Świątek 2 points away from the win here. Umpire checking the. I mean, it looked out, right? It's well out. I guess Coco asked for it. 30-15. 2 points away. I mean, that wasn't even. It was like a foot out. Why did the umpire even come down for that? Second serve coming here from Iga. If Coco wants any chance, then this is a must-win point. Forehand of Coco. She goes after it, but she hits in the net. And kind of the story of the match. I mean, she's going after that forehand, but she just, at the moment, has very little ways of finishing off points with that forehand. And that's going to be a problem. And we'll see how she improves upon that in the future. And it's Świątek who gets the 2 match points at 40-15. Serve from Iga. Goes long. Second serve. By the way, guys, once again, please don't forget to subscribe to QualityShot Tennis if you have not already. For more streams just like this, we will be doing Andreeva Paolini as well. Forehand of Coco, the backhand of Iga. Backhand Coco, cross court. Backhand of Świątek, backhand of Gauff down the line. Świątek is there at the forehand. Great fight from Coco at the end here. I mean, we've come to know it. I really think quite clearly one of the better fighting mentalities on the tour by a long shot. And that's been made quite clear. But it's another match point for Iga, and let's see if she can finish it off here. So they've come and gone. Here's the fourth. Let's see what Świątek can do to finish this off. Serve coming from the world number 1. First serve goes out. Second serve. Kick serve. Forehand of Coco. Into the forehand of Iga. Forehand of Coco. She missed it. Iga Świątek is back into the final of her best event, her domain, the Roland Garros 4th final, which is ridiculous. At 23 years of age. She is the best player on clay that we've seen in a long, long, long time. And she's in her 5th Grand Slam final. She's 4-0 in finals. She'll like her chances against the winner of the next semifinal. We'll see how those two do, though. Andreeva versus Paolini. It was all Świątek today. I did feel like Gauff would have wanted more from her performance. A good fight at the end, but it just wasn't enough from Coco. And Świątek, solid as ever on clay. And it is what it is. Very similar to a few of their matchups from the past. And Świątek, once again, superior in the end in this head-to-head. Please don't forget to subscribe if you are going to head out. Please don't forget to like the stream if you did enjoy it. Would appreciate it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. And yeah, thanks for joining into this. Always fun. Always fun. Always a good time. Crowd chanting Iga, amazing. Yeah. What's up, David? Yazda. Yeah, thanks on foot. Coco didn't want to stay long, no. Well, very much a quick handshake. It did seem like a quick handshake at the end. I agree. Guy who stopped sales apparently didn't spend the J in jail. Yeah, I heard that. I think he went to a thing for like mental, like, because like he went to like a, I don't know. Yeah, I heard that he just never went to jail, which is, I think, is absolutely insane. But apparently he was like a crazed fan. So, Yasta. Thanks, Lexi. Subscribe, Dave. Thanks on foot. Have a good day. Yep. Thank you. And yeah, have a good day, everybody. Exactly what Chica said. Thank you, Cedric. All right. I'll catch you guys later. I'll catch you guys at the next one. It was Świątek over Coco in 2 sets. Like I said, very similar to their matches of the past. And Coco, she'll have ways to improve, but she is the world number 2, which is exciting for her. Not the match she would have wanted. And it is Iga who makes the final, which is not completely surprising, honestly, even if we're going to look at what happened before the tournament. She saved match point versus Osaka. Now she's into the final. I will see you guys at the next one. For the next one, definitely make sure to join in for Andreeva versus Paolini. We will be doing a stream right back on this channel for that one. Join in. David will be commentating that one. I'll see you guys at the next one.
Bye.